Good evening. My name is Mark Bergquist, and I'm here to speak this evening on this week's message of Jesus in the temple, risking righteous anger. I know for me, this message about anger struck a chord because my life, most of you may not know, my family knows, I have always had something of an anger issue where I've, channeled that anger in inappropriate ways sometimes, and it's not always worked out the best. It's blocked me from my full potential. It's caused me great heartache and strife in my life and my family's life at times. And the message this week, and especially with Pastor Hector's sermon about Jesus taking that anger and channeling it into healthy ways, I've really had to work hard at that in my life. A few years ago, I had a moment of clarity where I reached a boiling point where I was so angry that I was willing to risk my job, my life, in accomplishment of satisfying that anger, that I had an awakening. And I feel it was the Spirit guiding me in a way that I had not felt before because of my anger blocking that access to the Spirit. And I felt that the Spirit guided me in a direction where I needed to learn to channel that anger into more positive ways, whether that's outreach in my community, whether that's turning that anger into joyous service, which is why I've enjoyed my ability to give as much as I've been able to give to this church and to this community. It's given me the opportunity to refocus my anger in more positive ways. And, I feel similar in that respect to how Jesus channeled his anger at the temple into creating a space where all could worship equally and not because they could afford to pay the bills of the tax collectors and the merchants in the temple. I also have learned to channel my anger into more positive outcomes at work. It's allowed me to seek avenues for improvement in my job and in my life with my family. It created a much more harmonious relationship with my family, where I'm not angry all the time because I'm trying to channel that into my service here at Trinity and into just bettering my life in general. I know that I still at times do struggle with my anger and how it can affect, and I still feel that pull every once in a while to kind of that dark place, but I know that it is God's presence in my life in a way that I didn't really feel before until that moment a few years ago, where I could actually feel his grasp around me, pulling me away from that dark place. That I now, when I feel that little grasp of darkness coming towards me, I know that I am protected and that God will put me back on the path towards channeling that frustration and that anger towards a more positive and community and fellowship outcome. I thank you for your time and peace in Christ.